Hi, I'm Trevor May from Mayfly Audio. In this video, we're going to be continuing the cheap 5A3 build. So today, what I wanted to do was take the tubes that came with the kit and put them on the tube tester and, well, see how they perform. But before I do that, I want to point something out. I can say with experience that the chassis is very hard steel. It turns out the holes for mounting the turret board were not in the right place. They were originally drilled assuming the turret board would be mounted from the outside, not the inside. So I had to re-drill the holes to get the turret board in the right orientation. It took me about 2 hours, 2 dulled drill bits and 1 broken one to get the 5 holes drilled. So sure, the kit was inexpensive, but you have to trade off that versus time and annoyance for things like fixing holes that were in the wrong place. But now, let's fire up the tube tester and test these tubes. Okay, we're here at the bench with my Stark Model 966A, and we're going to test, first off, these 12 AX7s that came with the kit. I've never had a PS vane tube. And yeah, you can see here, one of the pins on this one is bent, so I'm going to have to straighten that before I start. So stand by. I don't have an official tube straightening doohickey, so I'm just going to use some needle nose pliers and carefully straighten these guys out. Now we need to check the filament. 12.6, that's correct. And this should set the EV76080 with a bias of 12 and an English of 50. Check the line. Make sure your line is good. So now we're set to test triode 1. Just plug it in, maybe let it warm up for a bit. We're set in English mode. So it's just going to give us a pass or fail when we try it. Press the button. Ooh, it's good. Press the button. Ooh, it's good. That's a very well performing tube. That's just the A side. We're just going to check the A side of both tubes first. Again, let it warm up for a bit. Hit the button. Oh, it's not quite warmed up yet. Well, that's odd. This one seems kind of weak. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to let it warm up some more. Well, this is a fairly weak tube. Isn't that interesting? So I'm going to take this one, put it down there, and it's the weak one. So now we have to change all this stuff to do the B triode. All right, this is the first one we tested. I'm going to throw that back on the tester. Ironically, this is the one with the bent pin. Have to let it warm up for a bit. Yep. And that's a solid tube. So this is a very strong 12AX7. And this is the one that we said was a little on the weaker side, or just weak in general. Whew. So that's weird. So this one is strong on this side. So both of these have very strong B sides. I'm going to go back to the A side and test that again. Yeah, so this is the one that was fairly weak on the A side. And this is the one that was strong on both sides. No, that's good. So this is a very strong 12AX7. This one is weak on one side. Probably just going to throw that in the garbage. So now it's time to test those 6v6 tubes. This is going to be a while. One 6v6. Put that in there. All right, so it says it's good. What I'm going to do now is flip the mode to mutual conductance, and we're going to measure that mutual conductance. Ooh, it's quite high. It is 3,400. So remember that number, because we're going to see if the other one is close to it. This one is barely over 3,000. 3,100. They're not exactly matched, but they're not horrible either. Flipping back to English, it's not a bad tube. Is it matched with the other one? No, but it's not horrible. I think they're close enough for me to use. I'm going to use them. Now the fun one, the rectifier. The rectifier has numbers on it that don't make any sense to me. I'm going to turn the camera off and do a bit of research on this, so stay tuned. We are back. So it turns out this tube is marked 5Z2P, and I had no idea what that was, but apparently it's a Chinese equivalent to a 5Y3, which is the correct tube for this amplifier. So I've got the tester set up for the first plate of a 5Y3. We're going to put it in there, and then we're going to test it and see if it works. Just going to let it heat up for a bit. Then I'm going to check for shorts. So we're going to hit the button, see what happens. Whoa. It appears to be good. Now we've got to change things over for the other plate. So again, hit pin 3. Still good. That's a good tube. We found some interesting stuff. The two 6v6s were good tubes. Weren't exactly matched, but were okay. The rectifier tube, different part number than what I was expecting, but that one still works okay. One of the 12AX7s was excellent. The other one was good on one side, but weak on the other. That's odd. But maybe I don't care, because for the 5A3 circuit, the first tube is supposed to be a 12AY7. That's it for today. More in the next video.